All right, what's up, guys? Belton here. We're going to do a quick quote-unquote gamble. We're going to be re-rolling 150 times on the Awakened gems. We've got 55 gems set up as well as 150 watchers, and we're going to be tracking all of our costs and our outcomes here. I've done this a few times throughout the league, always been profitable, but I thought I would put it together in a video here just to give you guys some, full video idea of how it goes. I know some of you don't like the longer videos, but to that I have to say,
I ridiculed everyone on the roster. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
all right, now that we got that out of the way, let's get started. What beast is it? It's called Vivid Watcher. Oh, what beast is that? Oh shit. Okay, okay. You know the way to my heart. Here, let me pull up uh, chat overlay here. Chat overlay's not working. Just for the sake of the YouTube video, keep pushing on here. There's four primary gems that we're looking for here in terms of sort of jackpots, and those are GMP, Multi Strike, Spell Cascade, and Spell Echo.
I ridiculed everyone on the roster. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Hey, thank you for the sub. Samir, appreciate that, dog. It's very on brand for me to use counter code. What can I say? You were banned from TFT? Oh, blessing in disguise. These ones that I'm throwing off on the side, I would separate gems into like either 3 or 4 tiers. The tier 1 ones are the ones that I just mentioned. The GMP, Spell Cascade, Spell Echo, and Multi Strike. The tier 2 ones would be like Fork, Unleash, Chain, Awakened AoE. So these are the ones that are around 2 to 4 divines each. And then these ones are the ones I would call tier 3 or tier 4. Where there are, you can see here, these ones are, 150 chaos each. So they're significantly more expensive than the, these ones which are 15 to 20 chaos. So they are worth keeping. However, at this stage in the league, and especially given the amount of overall money that I have, I don't particularly like selling things for less than divine. That being said, they are worth, especially when you have a lot of awakened gems like this, it's definitely worth separating the lot. How much I get the Vivids for? I'll link you guys the spreadsheet in a second here.
I've ridiculed everyone on the roster. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Let's go. Thank you for the sub, boys. Appreciate that. The alert is so loud. Good. Feel the gravity of each subscriber. Are you not entertained? I'll turn it down a bit. There. Oh my god, finally, this guy's AFK 9 out of 10 times I come here. Yeah, I hate coming on guys when they're AFK as well. 10th time's the charm though. I'm wondering what the initial influx of currency is. I just linked the spreadsheet with that information in chat. Do I heist in the beginning? No. I'll start with the new. It's okay to ask those questions. It's just I'm recording this for a YouTube video, so I don't want to go too off topic. As well, it's at best it is misleading to give advice for a league start right now, and at worst, it is predatory and self-serving because we do not know, what league mechanics are being added, what crafting changes there are, what new crafting currencies there are, what's being nerfed, what's being buffed, etc. Right? So there's no way I can speak to the beginning of next league in the affirmative. I can tell you what I've done in past leagues. Um, all of that is well documented, though. I have a website, thehideouthandbook.com. You can see the link on the top of the screen there. Oh, sorry, there's supposed to be a. There we go. There's the commands, as well as the Discord and my YouTube too. There's a lot of information. I've been writing guides on the currency side of things for almost 8 years now in PoE, so league starts are rather formulaic in terms of approach. Like obviously, you know, the specifics of each tactic are, they change league over league, but on an overall level, thematically, it's pretty much the same thing. This is a pretty rough start here, boys. How many are in are we? 46 in. I haven't seen you in a while, LMS. Welcome back. And this is probably the biggest dry streak. Ever had rolling these. You like it? Yeah, no, I have no intention of changing how I do my YouTube videos. I understand that, some people don't have the time to watch them, in their entirety, but there is somewhat of a lot, cognitive dissonance, I suppose, between being unwilling to watch a 1 hour video and expecting to be incredibly successful in a game that is basically predicated on no lifing, right? Like PoE is not, it's not like Diablo 3, right? Where you can do it in like 2 or 3 days and be good to go. You wish you were a no life cock? Yeah, but what can I say? It's aspirational. Someday, yeah. Gonna start a lifestyle vlog soon. Okay, increased AoE, that's the first good one we've got, but this is like a tier 2 one. Not tier 1, it's only 1.1 div. Holy cow, we've gone 65 without a tier 1 gem. This is crazy. I guess it's balancing out from earlier. For anyone watching on YouTube, I was doing this earlier. I think I had 60 of them, and I hit 3 of them. I hit 2 spell cascades and a GMP, and I hit spell cascade, and then the very next gem I hit awaken GMP. So in 2 gems we made 60 divines. But regardless of how this goes, I think it's important to have the. Well, I think one of the inherent problems with YouTube guides in general, especially as it pertains to currency and PoE, is that it's kind of like what Instagram is for real life, right? It's like these carefully selected and edited highlights that don't necessarily give a full picture, especially because the kind of person that would be looking up a YouTube video like that is probably someone who would be the most susceptible to not to fall for, but to take something like that at face value. And I think that there's, whether it's intentional or not, I think a lot of currency strategy videos can be rather misleading as a result of that. This might be a noob question. What's your favorite ascendancy? I play Assassin the most often because I play Discharge so frequently. But Deadeye and Assassin would be my top 2 in terms of playtime. But I don't have like a there's no like hardline bias on that in that respect. The way that I engage with the game is obviously it's still reliant on ascendancies like anyone else, but because I focus so heavily on the crafting side and currency side of things, I could pretty much make anything work. Okay, cast on crit is another good one. Wow, we've already gone halfway without one. Another cast on crit. Yeah, I'm poor as shit. I feel like I always take the bait. That's alright, man. I mean, PoE is a very much a knowledge-based game, right? There are a few things that you can invest into that will pay as high dividends as your understanding and knowledge basis, right? Because that builds on itself too. And the best teacher, I think, in life and in PoE as well, is not necessarily successes but failures, right? So if you watch a clickbaity video and it ends up being misleading, especially if you follow through with it in game and you have an outcome that is not commensurate with what you've been told. Hey, there we go. First one. Obviously that can be frustrating or disheartening, but you'll be more conscientious of that in the future, right? So there's always a silver lining. All right, spell echo, 17 divines. I'm not going to count these smaller ones yet. Hey, you cast on crit. Actually, we can start counting them. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Three unbound elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're definitely still in the hole right now, though. Huge. Not huge, but this is one of those things where, you know, it's kind of like the law of large numbers, because there's such a big gap in like the tier 1 outcomes versus, you know, the tier 3 ones. It can be somewhat binary in the, you know, once you hit one of those, typically it's going to skew your. It's like when you double corrupt like an Awakened Enlighten or Awakened Empower or Awakened Enhance, right? It's like until you actually, even if you do like 10 of them or 20 of them, it's like until you actually hit your first one, it can be pretty disheartening or you know. That being said, and I'm not editorializing here, this is. I've probably rolled 500 of these or so far, um, prior to this video, and this is without a doubt, this is the worst outcome I've had so far. But that's important to do too, right? Because these rates are obviously not specifically codified anywhere, so it could very well be that I was just getting lucky the previous times, right? It's to have a more holistic sense of things. It's important to take data, keep track of stuff, and B, to not get too emotionally invested. The old gambler's fallacy. When things are going right, I've got a system, and when things are going wrong, ooh, cast on crit again. It's because the game is broken, and it is unfair. So we're 66% of the way in. We've done exactly this. Our 100th beast here. Good thing with Awakened Gems too, not to assume the future here, but you know, if the trend continues here and we end up having a very unlucky batch, there are still ways to salvage it. Oh, cast on crit again. There are still ways to salvage it by using wild bramblebacks, um, which are the new beast that allows you to level. Let me find it here. Yeah, wild brambleback increase the level of a non-corrupted awakened gem by 1. They're only about 25 chaos each, so you need 4 of them to go from level 1 to level 5. About 100 to 120 C. First of all, a lot of the time there's a big discrepancy. So, awakened area of effect, for example, you can see here level 1 is only 1 divine, but level 5 is 2.4 divines. That's a 1.4 divine difference, which is 385 chaos, and it only costs 120, which means you're profiting 265 C, literally for just killing a beast 5 times. The more expensive the gem is, typically the higher the value difference will be. Like with a spell cascade, I hit 2 of those earlier. Level 1 was 22 divines, and a level 5, I actually sold both. One was level 5 that I had, and one was level 1. I sold the level 1 for 22 divines, and 5 minutes later I sold the level 5 for 26, which I thought was pretty funny, because, you know, it takes 30 seconds to do it, but I don't know if it's just people, you know, being complacent at this part of the league, or I think largely, you know, people are maybe a bit ignorant of the existence of the beast to begin with. Oh, there we go. Wait, we gotta put on a song. Gotta put it on a song.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy.
What up, thick boy? All right, GMP. That is the most expensive one, I believe. 33 divines each. So yeah, just between the GMP and the spell echo, that's 50 divines there. 50 divines would pay for 66 beasts. So that pays for, you know, just under half, about 40% of all of our beasts just from those 2 gems. Oh shit, I ran out of rares. Can somebody hook me up with rares? I need 72 rare beasts. I'll pay whatever. This is also in the middle of a YouTube video. I don't know how to edit them, so if anyone's able to give me a hand real quick, that'd be much appreciated. In the meantime, we'll do this. I somehow managed to play PoE without sinking time into gambling. Gambling is not a thing in PoE unless you're doing the divination card, the harvest divination card thing. The term gamble is usually just used for people to explain away their risk aversion or their lack of understanding of net outcomes. But since PoE, like back in the day, PoE, there was a bit more of an ethereal element. Sorry, 1 second. Let me put my... because none of the data was available, like in terms of the drop rates or the mod weightings or anything like that. But since PoE has been like hardline codified with things like Craft of Exile and Path of Building and whatnot, if you know what the probability is of something, the material cost, and the selling point of your desired outcome, it is very easy to determine whether or not something is worthwhile to do. And then you also have to take the opportunity cost of your time and whatever you value that at. Like for example, if you're trying to get a plus one to all skills on an amulet, it might be cheaper to roll alterations than just to buy one and split it off the trade website, right? But it takes like 1,800 alterations, and that's going to take you like 30 minutes to roll, and you have to make the decision: is that worthwhile? Sorry, I don't actually have a divine here. Just give you that. How do you find rare beasts? When you go to your Beastiary, they're going to be the ones. There's going to be 2 types of icons. One of them will have like a unique 3D logo kind of thing, and the other ones will just have like a paw print. The rare beasts are the ones with paw prints as well. When you look at them like this, you see the line of red text. A rare beast, a yellow beast, will have 1 line of red text, whereas a red beast will have 2. So you see here, where it says Tiger Prey and Fertile Presence, that's a red beast, and this one only has 1. That's a yellow beast. And then when you're looking in your Beastiary, you see how these have like a 3D icon, right? These all have like a 3D icon. There, you see how that one's just like a print? That's a rare beast. Chaos is fine. I just spent till on this. If you just give me like 20 minutes, I'll give it to you. It's no problem. I promise I'm good for it. I can give you alternate currency right now. Yeah, so you see here versus this, like a 3D actual logo. Those are the red beasts, and again, these little prints. These are the like the yellows / rares. With respect to how the Beastiary works, the rare beasts, the red beasts, are the ones that actually like they determine the craft, right? Each one of them has a specific function, whereas the yellow beasts, the 1 line / paw print ones, they're just like supporting. Didn't catch it on stream? Okay. I'm not too far away from my mic. Okay. Is that better? It's strange that it's so quiet. Hello, hello.
Hello, Clarice.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I just moved it right beside me. Hopefully, it's okay for now. Gonna remix the Yin Yang Twins song, the Whisper song. Except it'll be, wait till you see my cock. Wait till you see my cock. Oh, nice. In KOE, it's a good one. Imagine being like a complete non-sophisticated or someone who's never played PoE before and like jumping in on a stream and someone just constantly talks about cock discharging and cock rings. Um, you know, getting their whole gang banned. Tough stuff, man. Talking about subs. All right. I need some cock ring subs right now. What website am I on again? Hard for me to play with the mic like this. It's blocking my left hand. Uh, you can flip it. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I obviously am not starved for currency or anything. It was just I just rolled a couple of small clusters and double power charge helms and shit, and then bought all the beasts for this. So I'm just not very liquid. But yeah, I gave you the right amount anyway, though. I also normally wouldn't pay a divine for an inventory of beasts. To me, that's insane. Because you're paying 5 chaos per rare beast at that point, which means you're actually using in every single craft. Well, sorry, there's a couple crafts where it only requires 2 rare beasts, but at that price point, it means you're spending 15 chaos. You're spending 15 chaos on rare beasts per craft, which is literally more expensive than 90% of the rare beasts, like the red beast. Like even Feral. Like if you want to go to Feral's Den, or you want to square it. Oh no, I'm happy to give you more. I don't care about the currency. I just don't want this video to be too long. Here. Move. 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 Oh, that's good. No, I'm not worried, dude. It's just again, because this is recording for YouTube, I just wanted to speed it along a little bit because I get bullied on YouTube comments all the time. And I'm a very fragile, sensitive Generation Z man. Sorry, Generation Z nondescript illusory entity. A millennial of me. That's the market price, unfortunately. Keep in mind the market price as you view it is most likely dictated by TFT because that's where you have, I'm assuming most of you buy your beasts. I can tell you that on an individual basis, I'm quite certain I've rolled more beasts than any other human being in Path of Exile this league. 17,000 vultures, 12,000 chimerals, at least 500 of these, about 1,000 alphas, probably 500 or 600 bramblebacks. I would say I probably rolled 25,000 beasts at least this league, which means I've used 75,000 rares, uh, and I've never paid that. I realize there's a market for it. I'm not saying you can't get that, but there's buyer markets and seller markets, right? Whoever's more desperate in any situation is typically the person with the most leverage, right? In this situation here, the reason I paid it is because again I'm recording for YouTube, and I don't want this to extend too long. But if that weren't the case, I usually pay, like the most I usually will pay was like so if it were like 6 inventories, I would pay 4 divines. So like 1 to 1.5. But paying 15 chaos per craft is crazy. Don't be desperate yet. Again, people's motivation, like the whole game is predicated on opportunity cost, right? Like it's all about what you choose to spend your time doing. Which is why bulk selling in this game, for example, carries with it a premium as opposed to the real world where it would typically be cheaper, right? Because people want to save time. Same is true with beasts and pretty much anything else in the game. That's why that's why like super, when I say unique items, I don't mean actual uniques, but I mean like high-end rare items where there's not much market competition, especially if it's for like a niche build. That's why you have so much power in those situations as the seller, because there's so few alternatives, right? And so it's kind of like that sense of scarcity is almost forced, and the power dynamic changes because of it. All right, so we got, let's see here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cast on crits. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 void manipulations. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Edwas. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elemental focuses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 unbound ailments. 2 AoEs. Cast when channeling is kind of on the like teetering on the threshold, right? It's double the price of like these bottom tier ones. They're 15, 20 chaos. Oh, actually, that one's not bad either. Here, 20 chaos on burning, 10 chaos on fire pen, 40 chaos on that, 20 chaos, right? Again, it would depend on your financial situation and also how many of these gems you actually had, whether or not you would keep that. Remember how I mentioned though, there's typically a larger gap, like by leveling a gem from 1 to 5, even though you can force it, the more expensive the gem is, typically the bigger the gap is there. So you can see here, looking at GMP, a level 1 is 32 divines, and a level 5 is 35 divines. The price of the beast is static. It's about 20 to 30 chaos each one, right? So that's 120 C, but you get a 3 divine premium here. Even though the rate of return on that, so like 3 divines on a 35 divine investment is only what, like an 8 or 9% return. However, gems are super liquid, which is why I like doing these in general. Again, we got unlucky here. I'll calculate our totals, but we're definitely going to lose money on this one. But one of the reasons why I like doing this, first of all, again, in the past my results have been much better, but also it's so easy to sell these. Not to mention, you also kind of have a hedge against bad RNG like this. Vis-a-vis, you can force the levels and then you can corrupt them. And even one of these gems, which is 95 chaos as it sits, these are 6 divines when they're level 6, so there's still money to be made on them. See my beast guys here. How many of these do we have? Let's see. $36, $38, $40. My neighbor's got a little like Chihuahua that's not actually a Chihuahua, but one of those tiny little ratty dogs. Never stops barking. But it doesn't have like a nice like kind of bark. It's like and they named their dog of all things fucking James. So now I either hear the dog barking all day, like yipping, or I hear the owners yelling James, and so I like look because I feel like someone's calling me, and I'm not sure if that was like a very like high end troll on their part, or if it was just coincidence. Either way, I blame TFT. Did I fight for my unban on Twitch? I appealed my ban on Christmas, like the day I was banned originally, which was Christmas Day. And I said that I was, my stream was basically attacked by bad actors who spam porn and were doing so with the intention of, taking my stream offline. And I didn't hear from them for 2 months. And then all this stuff started going down with TFT. And TFT put out a ton of like news alerts, calling me this, that, and the other, sharing screenshots and blah, blah, blah. So I just sent those screenshots to Twitch and I was like, look, these are the same people. And then they actually unbanned me after I saw that because they said it was sufficient evidence, despite the fact that, ultimately I'm culpable for, because it was my stream, even though it wasn't maliciously done. I am responsible for what gets shown on stream. And I accepted fault in that, but they were, I guess willing to reverse it on the grounds of, non-participatory rule. Got 240 rare beasts itemized. Oh yeah, actually I will need some. Can you DM me again? It's at discharge goat. You can see here, killing this beast, each time you kill it, goes up a level. This also works on exceptional gems. There's usually really good margins on those. You can make like a few divines typically by buying one at level 1 and doing this. There we go. 35 divines instead of 32. Spell Echo, we've got level 1. Oh, it doesn't even look like there is a level 5. Let's see. We're looking at 17 divines for level 1. $24 divines. Holy shit. 7 divine difference. Alright, increased area of effect. 1.1 divs versus 2.4. What's cast on crit? 1 sec, I'll be right there with you for the rare beast. Empower life. Yeah, that's what I was just saying a minute ago. Yeah, they do. Exceptional gems are... That's what that means. Awakened exceptional gems. Anything that's awakened as long as it's not corrupted. 1.7 divs versus 190 chaos. What's the difference there? $277 and it costs what, 130. So that one's not as good. You only get about half a divine profit on that one. Even though that says 24 divines, again, there's ones posted at 17. I think 20 is like a more realistic expectation. You're looking good. Oh, thanks, man. Again, because I'm recording here for the YouTube video, maybe just let me grab 2 inventories off you. And then once I'm done the video, I'll sort you out. We're just gonna level all those ones I had there. The awakened, the awakened cast on crits and the awakened AoEs. Thank you, sir. I'll hit you up in a few minutes once I'm done with this. Oop. Yeah, 2.4. That seems to be, in terms of the upfront cost, like the marginal return, the Awakened AoE is one of the better ones. I would say for sure. Like, look at this. Level 1, 1.1 divs, 2.3. So 1.2 divine. We could do one of each one, maybe. Yeah, just for the sake of the YouTube video, we'll just do one of each one. And then when I end the video, we'll level the other ones. Right, 1, 2, 3. So LE Focus is 95 chaos. Level 5 is 1 div, with level 5 with 1 quality. $1.4. So yeah, definitely worth quality. Unbound ailments is not worth doing. 100 chaos. One divine, so 170. Barely worth it. $140 chaos on void manipulation. One divine. All right, so we got 1.3. $1.7. 2.2. Wow, that's not even bad. We just had terrible, 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 terrible luck, and we have 100 divines, and we only spent 120. Um, that is not bad at all. Not to mention, the next part of this, and again, this will be based on your desire for risk is corrupting them. The Awakened GMP and Spell Echo are expensive enough that I think that those merit being taken to a double corrupt. In fact, we'll do that as the last. That'll be the last part of this video. I know. I can see the length of it already. I can already feel the YouTube comments raining down on me. It's almost always worth doing it. Because there's two outcomes that add value, right? Quality up and level up. And the level up will always exceed the value of the only thing that can lower the value on a single corruption is if it goes negative quality. Because if it goes negative level, you can just re-level it. So there's no difference. However, when you use it to go upwards, it can go plus quality or it can go plus level, and the difference is always going to be favored. For example, Awakened Cast on crit, right? We lost 0.2 divines here, but if it goes to level 6, it gains 10 divines, right? These are equal occurrences, right? For it to go minus quality is 1 in 8. For it to go plus quality is 1 in 8, and for it to go plus level is 1 in 8. Using a Vol Orb, double corrupting is different, which means that you have a equal chance to gain 10 divines, well, 9.3 divines, as you do to lose 0.6, right? Obvious math there. But to finish up the YouTube video here, guys, we'll do a little. We're gonna double corrupt a power charge aspect of the cat, and we'll do a double corrupt on Awakened GMP. I know this video in general is meant to be a currency generating guide. This has been, historically speaking for me, very, very lucrative. This was by far the worst outcome I've had. Ooh, that helmet looks juicy. What do we get there? Ooh, that's nice. +2 auras and life regen, solid. Obviously we're going for a power charge though. Yes, this has been the only time where I actually have suffered a loss. However, as I mentioned, and the reason why I'm including this in the video, if you do have a streak of bad RNG like that, the weightings are favored for corrupting, and you know that can make it up. Oh, no effect. And look at that. See? No loss. Exact same price. Whereas if it goes to level 6, 120 divines. Crazy. Just to give you some indication here. I know this video is like an hour long and there wasn't too much action in it. This is from earlier on stream today. This is for people on YouTube. Get my face out of the way. Oh. Alright, so we hit Spell Cascade. I only bought 60 beasts. And we hit Spell Cascade here. So we go over. You can see I hit another Spell Cascade. That was our second Spell Cascade. 25 divines each. Alright. And we go our very next gem. Awaken GMP. So we made, what's that, 35 plus 25, 60 divines and 2 rerolls. And over the 60, we had 85 divines just from those 3. Probably 90 divines total. We would have spent about 40. So again, this was a bad streak, bad luck here. You know, obviously proceed with caution and based on your level of risk. Definitely check out if you do have a bad luck streak, as we did there. Again, our net total on the final state there was minus 20 divs, but we can potentially make that up. I'll share this on the bottom of the YouTube video below in the description in case people want to see how it turned out. But since we had a loss, we're going to try and make that up with the corruptions. As I showed there, they are certainly favored towards corrupting in almost every case. You know, with alternate quality gems, getting minus quality is a pretty big deal because the alternate quality tends to be very high value, but awakened gems always just have the superior quality. So it's usually just a matter of, you know, if you got minus 10 quality on this, it would be minus 5 elemental damage with attacks, right? It's not the end of the world, so the price typically reflects that. Whereas if it goes to level 6, you're usually getting double, triple, quadruple the price of it. So that's a, you know, especially if you're doing them en masse, it's a good way to make back or to make additional currency. Anyways, guys, unfortunately we didn't make too much money in this video, but I'll probably keep at it and maybe do some more and keep you guys updated. If you were unaware of this beast, hopefully found this entertaining. I know the video was long again, but I think this is a pretty cool thing. It's one of the new additions that they had this league. You know, the synth rerolling, the Watcher's Eye rerolling, the Awakened Gem rerolling, the Awakened Gem leveling, as well as a couple other smaller ones. But this is probably my favorite one to do. You know, the Watcher's Eye one can be a little bit RNG heavy, and you risk quite a bit. With this one though, it's you know, it's pretty low risk. They're pretty cheap, and there's, you know, a good amount of outcomes. Ones whereby you can sustain the cost relatively easily on these mid-tier rolls, and then you have your, you know, quote-unquote jackpot items as well. So maybe give this a try. Who knows if it'll be around next league, but definitely fun if not profitable. I do actually have data here. Sorry, one last thing. I will have some data from previous rolls. Okay, so the last time I did it, I spent 71 divines and I made 153 divines. In 90 minutes, we made 82 divine profit, right? And then the video I just showed you there, where we made about 50 divines in 25 minutes. So, and this was a large sample size as well. What was this? 158 beasts, actually larger than this one. So again, this is not a large enough sample size to make any conclusive statements on with respect to weightings, but check it out. Let me know what you think, and if you guys have some success, keep in touch. Love to hear about it. All right, cheers, boys.